When I was younger, I struggled with my own addiction. And then I saw my oldest son struggle with that addiction. And then this March, he died in that struggle. So when he died, everyone came to me and said, what are you going to do? Are you going to do a foundation? Are you going to do a charity? What is it that you want to do? Well, the world doesn't need another foundation, and they don't need another charity, and they don't need me to speak on how addicts need treatment and about rehab centers and about what needs to be done with medical and medicine and drugs, because I don't know anything about that. But I'll tell you what I do know. I'd like to speak to you quickly about something that I believe is as detrimental, as dangerous, and as deadly as the actual drug itself. And that is the social disease of addiction. Because we send addicts to rehabs. We tell them that we support them and that we love them and that they're important and that they can do this and they can get through this. And then we send them home to a society that looks at addicts as a problem, as something to be thrown away, something to be tossed away, an annoyance that they need to get rid of. So I thought, how do I do that? What do I do? I'm one person. How do I cure that stigma? I don't know how to do it. And then I thought, brown and white are two of the colors of heroin. One of the biggest things in the world today is social media. So I developed a hashtag, brown and white. And I thought the only way to break any stigma is to talk about that stigma. Why did you think my son was weak? Why do you think addicts are weak? Why do you think it's their choice? Because everyone wakes up and wants to be an addict. Everyone wakes up and wants to be an alcoholic, because that's what we strive to do every single damn day of our life. Right? Well, I don't think so. So what I did is very simple. I encouraged every family that lost a loved one to stop talking about it in the basement and whispering it and telling family members your loved one died of something else, to hashtag brown and white. Put their picture on social media. Put their name. Talk about them. Tell them that they're a human being, that you love them, and they weren't weak, and they weren't a problem to go away. They were someone to be loved, someone to be supported, because we don't support them. And I don't buy any of the bullshit of, well, you know what, your son and daughter's no good. Throw them the hell out. Let him hit rock bottom. You know what rock bottom is? It's 6 feet underground. That's rock bottom, and then your problem is over. Because that's what we do. I mean, that's what's been ingrained in us from when I was a kid. Throw them on the street. Let them see what it's like to have to live out of a garbage can, because then they'll come crawling back and they'll be saved, because we'll shame them into recovery. You won't. If you sure as hell want to let them know that they're a piece of shit and want to perpetuate that feeling, throw them in the goddamn street. Your loved one needs to know that you love them whether they're using or they're not using. They don't need to be in the street. Now, I know, I lived it. I know that there is a very fine line between supporting someone and enabling someone. I get it. I'm not stupid. But we need to change that. Why do we make them fail every time? Why is it if an addict goes away to another city and gets clean and stays in that city, there's a 50% recovery rate? Did you ever think of that? Why? And then people say, well, because he's not around the bad element. Bullshit. It's because no one knows who he is or she is in another city, and they're not treated like crap. They come home and they're treated like they're losers and they're weak. My son was the strongest kid I've ever met. And let me tell you something, you battle that bullshit every single day and then walk down the street and have people look at you like you're disgusting. That's a hard thing to live with. You set them up to fail. So please, I'm not going to stay on stage for an hour. I'm begging every single one of you, go on social media. Don't be ashamed. Let them know that you love them. Support them. And if you've lost someone you love, put up their picture and be proud to know that they struggled and they fought every single day. And then just maybe, if enough people put a face to the goddamn statistic, then maybe things will change. Maybe they won't get looked at like something that needs to be thrown away, and they get looked at from someone that needs to be supported. So I'm asking you, please, hashtag brown and white. You don't have to put my name. It has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with you. Hashtag brown and white. Put it on social media. Put up a picture. Let the world know that these are some of the strongest people in the world that have to fight this every day. And they need to know that they have your support. God bless you. Thank you.